Hi, I'm Simon Rushton and this is Taxi Chronicles Podcast. On this podcast, we spontaneously interview unsuspecting passengers with their permission, allowing them to share their intimate life stories and concerns. As our slogan states, real riders, real stories. Some riders prefer to be anonymous, while others ask me to tell their story later on. Either way, there are all genuine 5 to 10 minutes stories, so sit back and enjoy this episode. Morning. Yes, we are back with another episode, another story. Got a lovely rider here. She's very beautiful and her name is Argy. Did I pronounce it right?
Yeah, it's Eyebowz, but everyone calls me Argy.
Okay. Argy now does eyebrows. Now, I know there's women who do eyebrows, but when she told me she does it for a living, I did chuckle. I chuckled because I found it amazing that you can earn a living off doing eyebrows, but clearly, what do I know as the man I am? So what we're going to do, Argy's going to tell us about how she got into the industry, how long she's been in it, what motivates her, and just the different services you can get regarding eyebrows, those God-given things that protect your eyeballs from fluff. So
that's exactly what they are used for, eyebrows, to protect the eye.
Okay. So over to you, Argy.
So I've been doing eyebrows since I was 19. I'm now 36, going on 37.
Okay.
My mum taught me how to thread when I was really young, when I was like 15. She only taught me so I'd do her eyebrows. And then it slowly started to become mainstream at the time, and the first ever brow bar opened, which was Blink Brow Bar in Harvey Nichols and Phoenix. And I'd never seen anyone advertise for a threader, and I was studying at the time, and I was like, oh, this lady wants a threader. I was like, oh, okay, I'll just go and see. So when I went to go for the interview, the lady had everything. Blink Brow Bar was on paper.
Okay.
It was literally on paper. And then I studied beauty for 2 years, and then the lady just kept in touch and was like, it's growing, why don't you come and see the site. So I went in, and then I started working for them. I helped launch Selfridges branch, and then I stayed working for the company for 5.5 years.
Okay.
Then I started working for one of my clients, actually, who used to come and see me in Selfridges. She was like, I'm going to open a brow bar, I want you to help me manage it. We should do this together. And I was like, okay, let's do it. So then I worked there for 5 years, 5 years, and then I worked at another place in Notting Hill. And then that one's closed down now because of COVID and everything that's happening.
Mm-hmm.
And I always had my base of clients that I would go and do, sometimes private clients, but now it's just all privates now. So I just go around, I do HD brows, you can tint them, you can
So this is where the fascination came in, or the amusement I should say. You said stringing. Threading. Okay. What is that? You're speaking to a layman.
Okay. It's basically hair removal using cotton thread.
Okay.
So the thread is twisted, and as you pull against the thread twists and catches the hairs and pulls them straight from the root. So it's a nice clean finish, and because it's working with lines, you get a really nice sharp finish. So
okay.
Yeah.
So it's quicker than using a tweezer.
Yeah, much quicker.
Okay, and it's more accurate.
Yeah, more accurate, and it's cleaner finish. Gets those fluffy, fine hairs as well.
Okay. Do you ever meet someone and you say your eyebrows are perfect as they are? You don't really need me to do anything to it.
I do have sometimes first-time clients that have plucked their eyebrows like literally 3 days before, and then want me to do them, and I'm like, well, you wouldn't go to the hairdressers when you've just had a haircut. So it's the same thing. You have to let them grow out a little bit before you have it done. But there are people who've got really nice eyebrows, but you can always improve on what someone has.
What God has made.
I can anyway.
Okay. I just see it that your eyebrows are given to you by God, so they're okay. But why do women feel? I assume it's women.
Yeah.
Feel they need they need to do their eyebrows? I've seen some Turkish men who've done it.
Yeah.
Is it an Eastern culture originally?
I think they don't really know where threading originates from because it's such an ancient form of hair removal. So no one can date it back to any sort of area. But in the Middle East, they've been doing it for years. In Asia, they've been doing it for years and years. No one can really pinpoint where it's actually from. But yeah, because in Iran, they just do each other's faces.
So you say it's hair removal.
Mm-hmm. You can use it for all over the face.
All over, but not the body. You use it for body.
No, we don't use it for body. Just small areas on the face.
Small areas.
Yeah.
Okay.
Upper lip, your chin, your brows.
So what is the purpose of it? You're removing hair that you don't want, but what's the image? Is there kind of an image you're looking for?
It's just being a woman. You don't really want to have a hairy. It's not really. I mean, you don't want to have upper lip hair, do you?
Oh, so you do it for your lip?
Yeah, upper lip.
Really?
Yeah, upper lip, chin, your sides of your face.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know women had that kind of. That's not good.
Look, you don't know what we get up to.
That's.
And you haven't even heard about lash lifts.
Okay, well, we're moving slowly. We still got some time. So there's this stringing. That's
threading.
Right. Threading. I don't know where I'm getting stringing from. Okay. What's the other method? You said something about glitter. Is it glitter?
Glitter?
Did you say something about glitter or?
Oh, tinting.
Tinting. What, like tinted glass?
No, tinting as in colouring. So we colour the brows. So same way you would colour your hair on your head, you colour the hairs on your brows.
Okay.
Yeah, so you're tinting them, and it just defines it and picks up all those lighter hairs, makes them look fuller. And especially with people who have got like blonde hair or light brown hair, and they want them to be a bit more defined, so they'd get them a bit darker because they don't have dark brows. You can't really see them sometimes when they're so blonde, so they'd have them tinted. People with dark brows have them tinted too, just to make them look a bit more defined and lift the lighter hairs around.
Like a henna kind of tint.
Yeah, similar. You can have henna tint, or you can have like normal tint. There are two different things. The henna tint lasts a bit longer and stains the skin, whereas the normal tint is just there to dye the hairs, not to really stain the skin. Okay.
What other methods are there for these eyebrows? Because I didn't realise, obviously, you've got the stringer removal.
You can always have them waxed, which is another form of hair removal. And then there's different types of brows. So you can have a HD, which involves a few different, all three methods. So you wax them, you thread any fluffy ones, and then you pluck any strays, and then the tint is included, and then you fill them in with branded products like the brow powder or brow pencil, and you show the client how to do it and what bits need to be left to grow and stuff.
How long did it take you to master these techniques? You've been doing it some time.
Yeah, well, the threading was more the technique you have to pick up first, but there's so many threaders. You can go to like Superdrugs and get your brows threaded for £7, but that person normally just knows how to do the technique, not really knows how to shape the brow, and that's very hard to find. Yeah,
because I'd have thought you've got two eyebrows and you want them symmetrical.
Yeah, and they're always not the same. The brows are never the same, but then you try and make them
they're naturally the same, aren't they?
No.
Really?
No two brows are the same.
I look this way, I don't look in the mirror.
Yeah, your one, this side, the left side dips lower because it's got less hair. The density of your brow is different on both sides.
They do the job anyway. Okay. Sorry, you're not going to get this client. No, so when I had my business in Kenya, one of my staff, who I love dearly, she came in and she had shaved her eyebrows off and drew them back on, and they weren't equal. So I got a pen and said I can fill it in for her for free, or she could pay me a tenner. As soon as
what is this business you had?
No, it was a gym. It was a gym. But I don't understand that. Do people actually come to you and say, can you shave my eyebrows off and draw them back on?
That is not a thing. And when people say they've been shaving their eyebrows, it literally makes me like cringe and like every bone in my body's like, no, yeah.
They're for a purpose.
Yeah, they're there to protect your eyes, as you said.
Especially if you sweat and it does the sweat going round from you. Okay.
But now even more so than before, people are focusing on their eyes and eyebrows, because normally we're all wearing masks. So the only thing people are seeing are your eyes and your eyebrows. So you want to make them look...
So we're like the Arabs now, aren't we? Where you just see their eyes.
Yeah.
And but those, I find that really attractive when you can just see their eyes.
Yeah.
I lived in Africa in Mombasa. So when there's a lot of Muslim ladies wearing what they call the boy out there. And so you could just see eyes. And I found it really fascinating. It's like, you know, you can look at someone's eyes and you can be attracted to them just by seeing their eyes, regardless of their contents of their, what God blessed them with, in that respect. So, we've got string, we've got shaving, which is you're not meant to, waxing. Is waxing painful?
I mean, waxing is
and can it burn you?
Yeah, sometimes if you are taking medication for stuff, or you're using creams with retinol in them that can lift the skin, because it makes the skin thinner. So when you're pulling against it, you lift and graze the skin sometimes. So that's why you always speak to your client before and see what if they're on and taking any medication or doing.
They got like eczema or anything like that?
Yeah. Because it just makes the skin sensitive. That's why threading is so much better, because it's just as cotton thread. No one can be allergic to it. It doesn't pull on the skin. The
thread itself, you said it's twisted.
Yeah.
So do you twist it?
Yeah.
So you twist it.
So it comes in just a normal, like a cotton thread that you'd sew with. And then you pull the thread out and twist it in your hand. And then the other end is normally around your neck now, because normally it's held in the mouth, but because of COVID it goes around the neck. And as you pull against it backwards on your neck, the twists turn and pull the hairs.
You must have quite a strong neck then. You've been doing that for all the time.
Yeah.
How long does it take to do eyebrows?
Depending on what you have done. If you have the tin and the shaping done, about 20 minutes, half an hour. And then if you have them filled in and stuff, about half an hour. Are
you finding it's like it's found its equilibrium now, this eyebrow business, that it's just a standard that women always get it done?
Yeah.
No.
Like, I mean, during lockdown I had messages and was like, oh, can you come round? I still do need my eyebrows done. I'm like, oh, I can't, like, you know, we're in lockdown.
You should have called me, I'd have took you there. I was driving constantly. Yeah.
You have to be safe, don't you?
Okay. So, but oh yeah, because people was going on Zoom calls, weren't they? So
they were like, people are still seeing me in meetings, I need to look presentable.
Is it? So the boss goes, ooh, yeah, okay. Okay, so what motivates you?
What motivates me?
Yes, this is obviously you've been doing this for some time, it's a career.
I like making other people feel good and know that I have given them that feeling. And I like the treatments that are instant. So like when they look in the mirror, they're like, oh, wow, it looks so nice, and it makes them feel good, and I feel good that I've made someone else happy for that moment.
Self-satisfaction.
Yeah.
Okay. You said you was at uni.
I went to beauty college.
Oh, so you were always aiming to do...
so I studied beauty therapy and I do all the other treatments, but I've always liked to do brows. And I do the lash lifts, which is lash curling, lifts and curls, you know, natural lashes.
So your parents really allowed you to go for your dream then?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
I know.
There's no pressure. No, normally I see a lot of people I get, especially from the Asian community, they end up being doctors and lawyers, and they didn't want to do it.
Yeah.
They wanted to do something else, a footballer or violinist. I've heard it all. This job, and that kind of thing. But it's, you know, that's good that you've just been able to go for your dream. In that note, would you encourage other people to be in that industry?
Would I encourage it? Yeah. If their heart's in it and that's what they want to do, then go for it.
And what do you know now that over your extensive career that you wish you knew when you started?
That's a good question. knew I could do it on my own.
That was my next point. When you told us the story at the start of the lady saying, come work for me, I thought, why? Do your own thing.
Yeah.
If all you need is a string and a room, then you could easily start off. A string, a room and a chair.
I think when you're a bit younger, everything just seems a bit scary.
Yeah, you try it.
I think that I just didn't push myself enough to be out of my own comfort zone.
Because you're working independently now, that's because of COVID. But before you was in partnership.
No, before I was working for a salon in Notting Hill, but that closed down because of COVID.
Okay.
So yeah. But yeah. But I mean, I'm doing it now.
Yes.
I'm doing well.
There's no time like the present.
Yeah, it's never too late.
And I suppose when you go on holiday, are you on Instagram and all that kind of thing? Okay. So when you go on holiday and you travel to any country, whether it's the Far East or wherever, you can kind of meet up with people who do that, find out more techniques, do your little video vlogs.
I have a lot of clients that actually live abroad, and sometimes when I do go away, I end up doing clients when I'm away.
Okay, but it's not a long process, though, is it? So
no.
So it's not like you could go on holiday, just pay for the flight, and then just do.
I'll have to find the clients.
Oh, okay. But I'm sure after a while, you build up your recognition, people will be interested. Okay, last question is, what impact do you want to have on the world?
Oh, that's a big question. What impact do I have in the world? I don't know.
Well, some people say is that when it comes to this question, a lot of people go, oh, you kind of stumped me, it's a good question.
Yeah.
And I always say, if you don't know where you're going, and everything in your ultimate goal and everything in between is kind of irrelevant. Because it's like me, I want to help orphans because I come from children's home. So my ultimate goal is to be in a position where I can help them.
Yeah.
So everything I do has that ultimate goal in line, so it's stepping stones.
Yeah.
So when I say to you, like, what do you want to do? It's like, I could give you some ideas, but I don't want to. I want you.
No,
I want to hear what
obviously you want
have
to
say.
be able to be in a position where you can help people who are less fortunate, but I really want to help people, young people here in the UK, because I don't know, it just feels like this generation is just a bit wild. They just need guidance and, like, I don't know, some structure and something.
Yeah, I hear you. Well, I was thinking, not putting words in your mouth, that you was going to give your skills over, per se, or share your skills.
Share my skills,
because there's a lot of women out there, young girls who love to do beauty. You see them on Instagram, all that thing.
Yeah.
And you're a connoisseur. So, that kind of thing. But it's been, it's good. So where can people find you?
They can find me on my Instagram page.
And that is?
Argy Eyebowz with a Z.
Do you want to spell that for them?
ARGY .eyebrows EYEBROWZ.
Okay. Well, thanks a lot for the interview. It's been very informative.
I know, a little impromptu interview in the cab journey. Just love it.
We hope you liked that episode. Keeping in mind, we never know who we're going to interview. We post twice a day, 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. GMT. Have you ever considered the future economies to invest in? Why not listen to our sister podcast, Africa Investor Stories? Considering Africa has the fastest growing economies and population on Earth, and has done for many years, it holds 30% of the world's known natural resources. We publish twice a week, Tuesday with a guest investor, and Fridays talking about investment, politics and history, providing a clear understanding for any potential investor.